In addition to sponsoring Fleet Week San Diego, NDIA National and NDIA San Diego chapter support several other STEM events annually. And we have included a video covering NDIA National sponsoring at ITSEC, a very large IT and simulation conference in Orlando, Florida, where NDIA National sponsors students to attend and demonstrate their STEM projects. Also included are the other annual STEM events that NDIA San Diego chapter organizes and sponsors, including the SoCal Cyber Cup, a program to educate students in cybersecurity. We also have robotic teams join us at Navy Gold Coast, a 2-day event where they demonstrate their projects and meet with industry professionals. And each year, industry companies and Department of Defense organizations join NDIA for the Science Festival at Petco Park for a full day of STEM demonstrations. And also included is a video from last year's Fleet Week when we were in person at Broadway Pier. NDIA knows the importance of STEM education and continues supporting the many STEM outreach initiatives. So thank you for watching and attending Fleet Week San Diego 2020.
So as we pan around here, you can see this is the Future Leaders Pavilion up here, and these students have put in proposals to come here, and all their travel is funded for this conference and their hotels, and they get to be here for the entire conference, showcasing what they're doing and hopefully competing for prizes. So we're going to go over here to the Bishop Moore Catholic High School, Orlando, Florida, and we're going to introduce you to some folks, and they're going to explain a little bit about their game. They got a little beach umbrella here, as you can see, because it's a Florida school, obviously, in Orlando. All right, guys, so you are now broadcasting to several high schools throughout the state and even out of state. All right, so I want you guys to introduce yourselves. Let's start over here.
My name is Liam Sai.
Liam, nice to meet you.
Patrick Snyder.
There's Patrick, and here's Marcus.
And my name is Marcus Listman.
All right.
Alrighty.
Go ahead. I'll let you take the microphone. Tell them a little bit.
Alrighty, awesome. So students, today we are going to be presenting to you the test anxiety management exercise. So basically what this is, it's a virtual reality simulation to help solve test anxiety. So what we did with this, we combined virtual reality with a breathing exercise called the 4-4-4 breathing technique used by Navy SEALs before high intensity missions in order to calm the user down before a high stress level activity such as a test. So we decided that the best way to do this, because professionals are now using virtual reality and breathing techniques in order to calm down their patients, and we thought, why not combine the two into one project that we present here at ITSEC? Why not combine the two aspects into one package to really calm down the user in an immersive virtual reality environment? So would you like to try out our simulation, sir?
Sure, I would love to try it.
Absolutely.
All right. You put me in something?
Yes.
We just got to talk into the microphone when we're doing all this.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. That'd be awesome.
I'm going in immersion. I will be back in a few minutes. They're going to physically, mentally, and emotionally put me in this thing.
And you'll be happy you did. I did it
No,
yesterday.
Are you good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna put this on you first. So just hold it around your eyes real quick, and we'll tighten this up.
All right. You ruined all my hairspray, but that's okay. All right.
So what he's about to go through is the actual simulation, where it's a combination of it's a very peaceful beach environment, as you can see from our setup with the umbrella, along with the combination of a voice and sound effects to really make you feel like you're actually there. He's going to hear waves crashing, birds singing. He's going to be able to see the trees blowing in the wind. So it's a very immersive experience to help calm down the user and put them through those breathing exercises to really get rid of that test anxiety.
Is that computer a repeater? What do you see?
Yes.
That's exactly what you see.
So as you can see on the screen, that is a little bit of what he's looking at, and what that sphere is, it's connected to that 4-4-4 breathing technique of 4 seconds of breathing in, 4 seconds of holding, and 4 seconds of breathing out. This technique has been proven to calm down the user, and this is a really great way to implement this solution into a really cool virtual reality project that our students have used at our school. We've tested quite a few students at our school, and we've seen their levels of stress go down before high intensity tests. For example, before our calculus test, we had a few students go through this simulation, and they filled out a before and after survey to see, okay, how much stress do I have? And on average, on a scale of 1 to 5, they went from a 3.6 to a 2.5, which is excellent. And they felt that just more, because anxiety is hard to base on quantitative numbers, but through this, they said that they felt much more calm and much more ready in order to take their test. And afterwards, I asked them, how did you feel? How do you think you did? And all of them responded positively, and they felt that they did very well. And we're very happy that this simulation has allowed them to get rid of some of that test anxiety. So how does it feel? How does it seem?
All right, good.
Awesome.
Very relaxing. I love the part where the just moon helps you tell you when to breathe. Excellent. So could you tell them a little bit about how your team does this, the artists, the computer science folks doing the software?
Absolutely.
How does all that work?
So we combined, Unity is an engine that allows us to create a virtual reality environment. Now, all the sound effects that you hear, the music was actually created by a student within our own school, while the script, which leads the user through the breathing techniques, was made by a guidance counselor at our school. So this was a full effort from different departments at our school in order to make this full project.
Are you that relaxed?
That was very relaxing.
Awesome.
That was excellent.
Well, thank you, sir. I
Where's your
appreciate you
teacher?
trying
Can we get your teacher in here for a second?
Absolutely.
All right. She loves coming on.
Yeah, I love that.
She loves coming on camera. All right, Sharon, tell us how your students, how do you find the students to come into your class and kind of pick the projects and stuff?
I took AP Computer Science last year and did really well. And I just identify who I think would be a good candidate to come here and present. Need to be able, it's not just about being a good coder, you also have to be able to talk to people, be able to write a paper to explain it all, do the research. So I got lucky with a great group of kids this year.
Is there a competition at your school or something?
No,
Or is it
it's more just me identifying who can come
Right.
up with a project.
Right. Well, that was fantastic. That was really cool.
Thanks.
Everybody that's running around ITSEC should take time to just relax in that for a few minutes.
This tension is rising so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up broke. Some people might think we're crazy, but crazy is all we've known. It's probably that they just ain't ready. That's why they're going up in smoke. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Oh, yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat. So cutthroat. The stakes get so much higher when it's so late on the line, but we don't feel no fear.
Good evening, and welcome to the SoCal Cyber Cup Awards ceremony. I'm Lillian Maestas, the STEM chair at NDIA San Diego chapter, and I'm thrilled to be here this evening to recognize the 16 SoCal Cyber Cup teams that participated in the final challenge earlier today. The finals, just like this awards ceremony, are quite different from the past 10 years we have held this challenge. Now, I know we've all been experiencing a different way of life over the past couple of months, and that's why I'm thrilled to be here with my team of organizers, National University and Centec Global. In early March, during the qualification round, us organizers, we were faced with the prospect of canceling the event. As each day passed, then hour by hour, the guidance from the federal, state, and local government was saying not to gather, and then we had to stay at home. Well, we went straight to work to see what was possible. And with some extra cycles, and not only by us organizers, by the coaches, students, and parents as well, we figured out a way to continue and complete the event. So on behalf of us organizers, NDIA, National University, and Centec Global, we welcome the 16 finalist teams, their coaches, mentors, and parents, as well as the sponsors and others that are joining us by live stream this evening. And now, backed by popular demand, it's my pleasure to introduce the Master of Ceremonies, Rick McElroy. Rick is the Principal Security Strategist for VMware Carbon Black. He has 20 years of information security experience, educating and advising organizations on reducing their risk posture and tackling tough security challenges. His experience ranges from performing penetration testing to building and leading security programs. He is a certified information systems security professional, a certified information security manager, and he's certified in risk and information system control. As a United States Marine, Rick's work included physical security and counterterrorism services. His current role takes him all over the world, working with organizations to improve their security strategies and speaking on security and privacy. And in addition to all this, Rick truly loves to MC at the SoCal Cyber Cup Challenge and engaging with the students on cybersecurity. So let's welcome Rick McElroy.
Oh, thanks, Lillian. Hey, so as you've probably noticed, none of us are in the same room this year, and you've probably felt some of that impact. I know certainly for me, there was always this idea that people who work from home would be less efficient and actually work less. I could say that probably held true for the first 2 weeks of all of us testing Zoom and wanted to get the coolest backgrounds and animated GIFs that we could to impress our friends, right? But one of the things I think about as it relates to, COVID and all of us being separated is, this new leadership skill or a skill that people should be investing in, which is the ability to lead remote teams and still execute. This is a key skill moving forward in the future. And so some of you that have led the teams, that have helped organize those calls, already have those skills. So I would say continue to polish those. It's going to be really critical, and employers are going to be looking for those. So I'm happy to see that that was picked up as part of the challenge as well, right? There's always a silver lining. This year was amazing. We had over 750 registrants in 5 counties. It used to be a handful of schools in 1 county. But everything from San Bernardino to Imperial County participating. And our goal is to always expand and do more in each school that's out there. So we're always looking for coaches, we're always recruiting, we're always looking for mentors for the students. So if you're interested in helping out, please get a hold of us. We're pretty easy to find. 16 finalist teams went to the finals that were held earlier today. There's 8 varsity teams, and those are our high school teams, and 8 junior varsity middle school teams. This year was a little challenging. None of us could meet in a room and try to solve these problems, right? So again, those remote communication skills, like being able to facilitate those conversations in a way that's practical and applicable in the real world. So this year, I was super excited to see how the challenge was set up. And it was essentially set up to test the life cycle of a cybersecurity professional. Students and teams were tested in 3 areas: knowledge, governance, and cyber defense. For the practice round, the students were tested as if they were a security student in college, and their program had to set up their own network. They had to answer questions, which unlocked the next phase. Then we get to governance. The students had to set up a single server home network. They had to find settings that weren't meeting leading cybersecurity best practices. They were challenged with some capture the flag events. And then finally, they moved to unlock the next phase, which was the cyber defense phase. Something that I love and is near and dear to my heart is actually being able to defend networks and systems in real time against adversaries. They were put to this test. They were put under fire. They had to find the issues, protect the systems, protect the network, kick the bad guys out. Key skill moving forward. And this is very applicable to any person who hires cybersecurity professionals. So then we moved on to the qualification round, where those students then graduated college. So now they're moving into virtual real world organizations. They worked at small and medium businesses with multiple servers. So their knowledge was tested by actually going through a job interview. Huge. I love that we do this. It's certainly something we don't practice enough if you're not out looking for a job all the time, right? But this is a key skill and something that I think is underinvested in. On the governance side, they had to set up compliance frameworks and actually apply those. Huge skill inside of organizations. And then move back to cyber defense, right? Defending those systems, defending those networks in real time. So now they move on to the finals. And the students have now found themselves working in a smaller organization, picking up some more key information security skills. Where do they go next? Oh, awesome. They're now working for an airport, something that's near and dear to, I think, all of our hearts that get on planes. Their knowledge was tested. They had to pass exams to prove that they actually had the knowledge. On the governance side, they had to set up best governance models, keeping in mind what airlines actually do and the applicable models that go to them. Then they had to actually work through a real world cyber defense scenario. Someone was doing a thing on a system that sent baggage to wrong planes. So as you can imagine, that's probably a nightmare for both the travel. I couldn't imagine that myself. It's why I don't check bags. But a likely scenario, right? That's all controlled by compute. It's all controlled by applications. So we put the students through that. I'm now going to start to introduce some of our speakers. And so the first speaker, what I love about San Diego is from the top down, right? From the mayor's office to people who are just graduating school and moving out into industry and getting hired out here with some of our wonderful cyber companies, is that the mayor's office from the inception of this event for 11 years has supported the SoCal Cyber Cup. Each year, the winning team gets to move on and enjoy a visit with the mayor. They talk about cybersecurity, what it actually means to our community, and their future and their goals inside cybersecurity. I mean, this is huge. I wish when I was a kid, that anybody would have said they were super interested in a thing that we didn't even call cybersecurity back then, and B, like you get an intro to the mayor. That's pretty swanky and awesome. I've only met the mayor once, so I might have to go back to high school and start captaining some teams. So look, this year, of course, we're going to be doing virtual meetings, right? And so what I'd like to, at this point, introduce Eric Young, Director of Protocol for the Mayor's Office.
My name is Eric Young, and I am the Director of Protocol and Homeless Advisor for Mayor Kevin L. Faulconer, 36th Mayor of the City of San Diego. And it is a great privilege to be here today. Thank you for having us, and I really, really appreciate it. On behalf of a grateful city, on behalf of our Mayor's Office and the rest of our staff, I want to congratulate you guys on a job well done. Congratulations to specifically the finalists and the winner of the SoCal Cyber Cup Challenge. We look forward to having you guys visit City Hall, either virtually or in person, and making sure to be able to present you with a proclamation dedicating it your day in the city of San Diego. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Hello, my name is Darren Bennett, and I'm the Chief Information Security Officer for the City of San Diego. As the CISO, my team and I were responsible for ensuring the city's computer systems and data are properly protected. This includes things such as the administrative systems throughout the city, police and fire systems, public utilities or water systems, and more. First, I want to congratulate all the participants of the Southern California Cyber Cup and point out a couple facts for you regarding the field of cybersecurity. First, you have chosen wisely. What do I mean by that? Well, there's more security jobs available than technical experts. It's tough for those of us, like myself, in the industry to keep the positions filled with talented individuals. I encourage all of you to continue following your passion for cybersecurity and continue learning. Cybersecurity is one of the most rewarding and challenging careers you could ask for. Every day is different for those of us in this field, and the technology is always changing. That's what I love and hate about being in cyber. I love that I never get bored. I hate that it's tough to keep up sometimes. That said, I'd much rather be learning and challenged than bored and doing the same thing every day. What makes cyber so important, and why are you interested in it? Most of you are probably aware of some of the things I'm going to cover, but I want to touch base on just a couple real quick. First, it allows us to communicate securely and keep in touch with others that we love. During the current crisis, the COVID crisis, this is especially critical. Without cyber, our email inboxes fill up with spam, our systems suffer service outages from hackers, and private conversations could potentially be listened to by nefarious individuals. Also, many of the critical systems we use today rely on technology to operate. Without proper security, these systems could be impacted or compromised. Without people just like you learning to secure these systems, they would be at risk. Some of the problems that occur when systems aren't secured right and monitored include, and this is only a partial, very partial list, hackers breaking into the systems to steal data, bringing the systems offline, malicious software that harms the systems, and of course things like ransomware. Everyone's experienced ransomware. Takes your information hostage and demands money in order for you to get it back. I've already cited some examples of some of the vital systems here in the city. These include water and wastewater control systems, fire and police department computer-aided dispatch systems, access control systems, and many, many others that host sensitive data such as credit cards and personal information. Once again, I want to congratulate all of you who participate and encourage you to keep on learning. The cyber industry needs you. San Diego needs you. Thank you.
Next, we have Terry McCurney. Terry is the past president of NDIA San Diego chapter. He was right there with Duke when this event started over 10 years ago and was leading the challenge as the NDIA STEM chair for many years before he turned the ropes over to me. Terry provided that grassroots support to Duke from the NDIA side to turn this into an event that our communities take interest in and support. Terry, we thank you and want to present you with this well-deserved award for community contributions of excellence.
Well, thank you for recognizing me, Lillian. But the people who we want to really recognize tonight are the students, and I guess it's appropriate on the eve of Mother's Day to also recognize their parents and the sacrifices they put in to allow the kids and the teams to do that. This year, as we've all said, it's taken some special fortitude and drive to continue with this competition. And while the kids and the teams and their coaches could have very easily just let this slide as just another casualty of the COVID thing, I really appreciate the spirit and the determination to carry this competition on as it's been done. I also want to recognize Duke again. Duke was the guy with the vision to start this so many years ago. Duke, you were the guy who created all this, and where it's come today, it started with your vision and that first step that you took and that commitment that you made. Lillian and your team, Chris, Bill, you folks, and Rick, thank you so much for what you've done. And Nelson, without the contribution of Centec, we would not be able to do this and to do it with the ability to provide the scholarships and so forth that we do. So finally, I have to give a final shout out here to the two East Lakes teams that came in third, East Lake Middle and East Lake High. My wife, Gloria, who usually attends this wrap-up event with me, was the principal of Olympic View Elementary School for many years. So I'm sure most of you kids were her students at one point, and she's going to be particularly happy to see how you've done. I also give a special shout out to Del Norte. I think they've got their names on that Mayor's Cup trophy probably more than anybody, but it's good to be able to put that name on there again. So Thank you so much for participating in this tonight. Again, a special recognition and thanks for all the special effort that it took to get this thing done this year and to continue the tradition. And really, I appreciate that this has been different. Didn't have all the fun, didn't have all the pizza and the pasta that we usually do, but we will recognize the winners with the scholarships that our sponsors have so generously donated. And thank you, Greg, Lillian and team for my recognition too.